Hello, hello, welcome. Hey guys, so I am getting acclimated to this. This is my first time live here on YouTube, but I wanted to come live and I'm trying to get everything set up, guys, so bear with me. All right, let's go live. Okay, so I'm live both on YouTube and on Instagram right now, and wanted to chat about building a five-star brand and what that looks like, what is necessary for you to do that. So I'm super excited about this live stream today. Let's get live on Instagram, and then we will go ahead and get started. Hey guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good afternoon. I'm super excited about this live today. I am live both on Instagram and YouTube today. So I wanted to, since I'm live on both YouTube and Instagram, you'll kind of see me looking back and forth. But today we're talking about building a five-star brand and what that actually looks like. Let me know if the echo is too much. I'm here in the studio, but I didn't plug up my microphone. Hey, gorgeous. Thank you so much for joining. How are you? How is your Monday going? All right, so y'all come on in. Hi, Pastor. Love you. Thank you for joining. All right, so I want to talk to you guys a little bit about building a five-star brand and what that actually looks like. For those that don't know who I am, maybe this is your first time on my live, maybe this is your first time here on YouTube. This is actually my first time live on YouTube. So if you're watching the replay or you're watching this live, I want to introduce myself. My name is Shanice Royal. I have been a coach for about the last 4.5 years and have been supporting other women in launching their coaching businesses and starting their coaching businesses. We have recently transitioned from a coach client business model to an agency business model where we have a full agency that supports you in starting your business, building out your digital products, and launching those digital products. So I'm super excited. I am the owner of the Wealth Haven Studio. I am here at my studio right now, but this is our content studio and event space where we support our clients who are leaders, coaches, and service providers and launching their digital products, branding and marketing those digital products, and creating those digital products. So we specialize in product creation for digital products as well as branding and marketing for those digital products. Okay, so if you're ever looking to launch a course, launch a coaching program, launch a book, an ebook, a community, any of those things, this is definitely the place to get those things done. Okay, so we will support you in creating the actual product as well as launching that product with the proper branding and marketing strategy. Now, today I want to talk to you guys about building a five-star brand and what that actually looks like. So many times we are so focused on, and I think this is a lot in the coaching industry, because I've been in the coaching industry for the last 5 years. One thing that I've noticed with most coaches is that we focus on being the superstar, right? And a lot of coaches, their businesses don't go as far as they would like for them to go. Is number one, because your focus is on you being the superstar versus you providing a superstar or five-star service, right? So I want us to shift our perspectives a little bit when it comes down to you being a service provider, you being a coach, or you being a leader, right? Any leader is first a great servant, and you have to be able to know how to serve the people that you are called to serve and serve them in excellence so that you build a five-star business and a five-star brand. So there are three components that we are going to talk about today when it comes down to building a five-star brand, all right? And what that is actually going to look like for you. I want to shift your perspective a little bit, because It's not about you being a superstar. Let's just put that out there. Now, you may have some superstar qualities. You may have some superstar capabilities. But one thing that I tell my clients is that you have to know when it's time for you to be the star, and when it's time for you to be the talent, and when it's time for you to be the servant. And if you don't get a good a fine line, or understand where the fine line is in your business, you will end up providing a poor quality experience to your clients and those people that you are called to serve. When you are a service provider, when you are a coach and you are a leader and you're called to lead a movement, it's not about you being the superstar. It's about you providing 5-star service, right? So when we're talking about building a brand and we're talking about you becoming a brand, when we talk about you becoming a brand, right? And I want to talk about this for a second, because a lot of coaches and leaders and service providers think that it's just about your look and your aesthetic. And we focus so much on our look and our aesthetic that we don't offer that level and that magnitude of service to people. And we dilute the service. We dilute the experience, but we focus on our aesthetic and everything that's on the outward, right? So when we're talking about building the brand, this is what I do with my clients. Before we even support you in creating the content, building out your social media, what is your social media going to look like? We have to secure you as far as your service is concerned. We have to secure your service. What are your offers? What is your vision? What type of experience are you going to be providing for people before you focus on how you look online? Because if your only focus is the way that you look online, you don't offer a top tier service, you don't offer a top tier experience. Therefore, you cannot ever be a 5-star brand, okay? So when we're talking about building a 5-star brand, I want you to take your focus off of you being the superstar and put your focus on you building a 5-star brand and offering a 5-star service. Okay. So when we're talking about coaches, for instance, I have supported coaches over the last 5 years in starting their coaching businesses. And one of the things I'm really big on is the experience. What type of experience are people getting when they're working with you? What type of offer do you have for them? Many times we just think we're posting do the photo shoot, and we're just posting a picture online, and we're just letting people know that we're available for bookings. And you think that people are going to book you off of your superstar qualities, when it's not about you being a superstar. It's about you being a servant. How are you going to serve these people so that they can get to the destination that you're promising to take them to? But if you don't have a solidified offer, if you don't have a solidified roadmap or a product or solution that you are taking people through, I'm forgetting about my people over here on YouTube. If you don't have a solidified offer or solution that you're taking people through, then you don't have a 5-star brand, and you're robbing people of the experience of working with you. So I want all of my coaches, hey, Caitlin over on YouTube. I want all of my coaches, all of my leaders, and all of my service providers. I want you guys to understand that it's so much bigger than you being a superstar. I know that you are going to take great pictures. You're going to shoot great content. Your content is going to be amazing. You're going to show up looking like the superstar that you are. But you have to understand when it's time to take the superstar hat off and put on the 5-star service provider hat. Okay. So I want you to get very serious about the service that you provide to people, because that's the thing that they are going to brag about. The superstar quality goes out of the window after a while, right? They may be caught up in your charisma and in your aesthetic, and that may get them to the link in your bio. But when it's time for people to invest, they need to know, how are you servicing me? How are you helping me get to my destination? How are you helping me solve my problem? And this could be whether you're providing them with a course, whether you're providing them with an ebook, whether you're providing them with a community of some sort, or you're building a community, or you're launching a coaching program, whatever it is that you're giving birth to. I need you to make sure that whatever you're giving birth to has a 5-star experience for the people that you are called to serve, right? So there are a couple things that I want to review here. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Is this making sense to you guys? Is this making sense to you guys? So one thing that I tell my clients is it's super important for you to understand when it's time for you to be the talent and when it's time for you to be the servant. When you're doing your content and you're shooting your content and you're building your personal brand and you are doing your photo shoots and you're doing all of those things, or maybe you're out on stage and you're doing your speaking engagements and all of those things, there's a moment in time where you get to be the star, right? There's a moment in time where you get to be the star, but it's not about you being the star. It's about you being the servant. I want you to remember why you do what you do. Why do I serve other people? Why did I decide to become a coach? Why did I decide to build this empowerment community? Why did I decide to write this book? Why did I decide to put this course together? It wasn't about you being the superstar and having the biggest movement. What it was about was you servicing God's people. And this is why God gave you the vision for you to be the servant. He gave you the vision. He gave you the idea. He gave you the program. He gave you the business. He gave it to you so that you could serve. But if you ever take your heart posture out of servant to superstar, you get in this place where you start to operate in the spirit of pride. And it's no longer about the people that you're called to serve, but it becomes all about you. Oh, listen, that's the word. When it becomes all about you, and it's no longer about the people that you serve, you've forgotten your why. You've forgotten why God had you start the movement in the first place. You launching the community, building the community. When you first started, you said, I just want to help other women be the best versions of themselves. I want to help other women get through this rough patch in their lives. I want to help other women become financially free. I wrote this book because I need other women to heal from the same thing that I healed from. I put together this program because I want to help other people have more fulfillment in their lives. Your initial obligation and your initial desire was to serve. But when you come out of the heart posture of the servant and you begin to focus on being the superstar, you begin to operate in the spirit of pride and you forget your why. So I want you guys to go back and begin to remember, why did I start this in the first place? Why did I start this in the first place? That is the first thing that you need to have. If you're going to build a 5-star brand and your business is going to the next level, I posted this on the on our agency page this morning, that the next level in your business is not going to come through you being the superstar, but it's going to come through your commitment to being a servant. Your next level in your service-based business is not going to come from you saying, I just want to be the biggest and brightest superstar. It's going to come from you being the best servant. How can I serve? How can I offer the best services in my business? How can I make this process easier for my clients? How can I solve whatever problem it is that my clients are dealing with and going through? That's what's going to separate you as a client that can offer, as a business owner, that can offer a 4 or 5 figure type of service or experience versus the people that are nickeling and diming. That's the thing that is going to separate you from those brands that are only able to offer $27 products. If you are going to offer 4 and 5 figure type of experiences, you have to get more focused on your experience and your ability to serve. Your service, your level of service, your level of commitment to being a servant is what is going to allow you to be able to open the floodgates in your business. Is what's going to allow you to be able to say, I want to shift from only offering low ticket items to being able to offer 4 and 5 figure services. That's what's going to allow you to shift, is the mindset of a servant. The mindset of the servant. And you're a service-based business, but you got a heart of a superstar. You're the service-based business with a prideful heart. It doesn't add up. You can't be a service-based business and don't have the heart of a servant. So that's the first thing. The first thing is, number 1, having a heart of the servant. Number 2 is remembering your why. Why did I start my service-based business to begin with? Why did I start this movement in the first place? Who am I starting this for? And what am I trying to support them in solving? And that is going to be able to help you differentiate yourself in your industry as not just a superstar, but she's a servant. She didn't just attract me or draw me in, but when I came in, she served me in excellence. She served my business in excellence. She served my movement in excellence and helped me get to the destination that she promised. Because there are many people that are promising destinations that they can't live up to because they don't know how to serve, right? So the next thing that you want to have, we have vision, and we have the heart of the servant. The next thing, if you're going to build a 5-star brand, a 5-star brand that is able to book 4 and 5-figure clients, is you want to have vision. Before we get to the content, all of these things that we're talking about is before you even start creating content for your brand. Before we even get to the content, one thing that I want you to do is to have a vision for your brand. Have a vision for your brand. Make sure that you have a vision. Before I shoot content with any of my clients, one of the first things that I create is their mood board for their brand. We create a branding board that really gives them the feel for the vibe, the aesthetic, the fonts, the cohesiveness of their brand, right? We make sure they're very clear on their brand direction. What is the vision? What is the mission? What are their core values and beliefs for their brand? Before we ever launch anything, we need to have clear vision for what it is that we're offering. Another thing that you need to make sure that you have is clear offers. If you don't know what it is that you are offering, people don't know what it is that they're getting from you. And if you don't have clear offers for your brand, what are you offering? Is it a coaching program? Is it a course? Is it a course that takes them into the next level? Is the next level the coaching program? Is it a book? What is it that you're offering? Get very clear on what your offers are. What are those offers? What is the price point on those offers? Are we starting with low ticket offers, going into a mid ticket offer, and then into your high ticket coaching program? What are your offers? What is the sequence of those offers? And how are they priced? How are they structured? Making sure you're very clear on your offers. And with those offers, also being clear on the experience that people are getting from you in those offers. When we're talking about your client experience, that experience could be, it includes a community. It includes done for you services. It includes templates. It includes coaching calls, whether that's a weekly or bi-weekly coaching call. What does that experience look like? Right? So if you're building a 5-star brand, one of the things that I want to say is that you can't skip the steps. Don't skip the foundational steps of your business. Don't skip the foundational steps of your brand. Make sure that you have these things in order so that once you do start creating content, you create content with divine clarity. When you create your content with divine clarity, you know exactly who you're targeting. You know exactly who you're talking to. You know exactly what offers you're sending them into. So you're creating with divine clarity. And when you have clarity, you're spot on every time, and it's easier for you to attract the clients. It's easier for you to attract your dream clients. Okay. So I'm very intentional with my clients about making sure that we do not miss the steps. I had a client that came to me and she really just came to me for brand elevation, and we're actually launching a group coaching program for her. And before we got started on anything, we had to we're actually shooting the content for her program inside of our studio. And she was ready to go into shooting the content. And I'm like, no, that's not where we start, right? Before we get into shooting your content or building your online brand authority, the first thing that we do is build that foundation. We need to get very clear on the vision. We need to get very clear on the offers. We need to get very clear on your messaging. We need all of that to be clear before we go into creating the content. And after she actually went through our 90-day process, she was like, whoa, like I went through this process and I did content with someone else before, but we missed this step. And because we missed this step, when I was on the content day, I was so confused. And she was like, I was confused about what type of content what should I be saying on the videos? I was just so confused. I wasn't 100% sure. I wasn't 100% confident. And that comes off, it translates in your content. When you're not confident in what you're saying because you haven't taken the time to build the foundation of your business and the foundation of your service, and you skipped over the messaging, you skipped over the vision, you skipped over the offer, you skipped over the experience, and you jump right into content, you are not going to be confident, and that translates in your content to your audience. If you're not confident in what you're offering, I'm not confident in booking you as my coach. I'm not confident in purchasing your course. I'm not confident because you're not confident, right? So you got to be 100% confident, but the way that you are confident is by not skipping the steps. Don't skip the foundational steps for your brand. If you are going to build a 5-star brand, don't skip any of the 5-star steps. Okay, so don't skip any of the 5-star steps if you are going to build a 5-star brand. And what are those steps again? To reiterate, number one is having the heart of a servant. Search your heart posture. Do some inventory on your own heart posture. Am I focused more on being the superstar than I am being the servant? Am I really focused on being a servant to God's people that He's called me to in business? Or am I just more focused on making myself a superstar on Instagram? Search your heart. Begin to ask yourself these questions because this is important for you. If you are a service-based business, you should be more focused on the service than you are than being a superstar. It should be more about the people that you're called to serve than it is about you. Right? Okay, so first thing is search your heart. Search your heart. Make sure that you have the heart posture of the servant. Number two is vision. Make sure that you have clear vision concerning your brand and your business. What are you offering? What is the experience? What does all of this look like? What are they getting from working with you? What is your offer? Is that a coaching program? Is that a course? Is that a series of different things? Is that a book that takes them into a course, that takes them into a coaching program? Do you have a what is it called? Oh Lord, what is it called? The word slipped my mind. But it's almost like a suite. That's what it is. A product suite. Do you have a suite of digital products that you offer? What are you offering? If you don't know what you're offering, we don't know what you're offering, right? So you want to get very clear on your offers. The next thing that you want to get very clear on is your experience. What is the experience like? Does your client experience include a group coaching call? Is it a one-on-one coaching call? Is it does it include a community? Does it include a workbook? What does the experience look like? What type of experience am I getting when I come into your program? Right? So if you are a leader, if you are a coach, if you are a service provider, the number one thing that I want to make sure that you have is the heart of a servant. And as I said earlier today, your next level in business is not going to be based on how big of a superstar you are, but your next level in business is going to be based on how great of a servant you are in your business, how great of a servant you are to God's people, how great of a servant you are, and that skill that you have mastered, in being able to help people start other businesses, to help people give birth to their ideas. How well do you serve at your level of expertise? How well do you serve at what it is that you're promising other people? This is what's going to take your business to the next level. This is what's going to set your brand apart from every other brand, is how well you serve, because everybody else is focused on being the biggest superstar. But when you put your focus on being the best servant, the word is going to spread like wildfire. And you will find that you will get more clients off of word of mouth. You will get client referrals. You will get testimonials. You won't even have to ask or beg for these things because you are a great servant, right? So these are some of the qualities that you need to have when you are building a 5-star brand. In order to be a 5-star brand, you need to become a 5-star servant, period. Okay. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about what our offers are. I'm here in the studio right now, in our content studio and event space here at the Wealth Haven. In the Wealth Haven, we have our own agency, and our agency supports you in giving birth to your digital products, such as coaching programs, courses, and communities and things of that nature. We also support you in creating and launching and publishing your books if you desire to write your own book. But we support you in giving birth to those digital products. Not only do we support you in product creation, but we also support you in the branding and marketing of that product. So if you want to create or launch your coaching program, you want to create and launch a empowerment community, if you want to create and launch your brand new book, and you're trying to figure out, where do I start? How do I get started? One of the things that I want you to do is, number one, shoot me a DM. You can shoot me a DM and say, hey, Shanice, this is what I'm trying to do. And I just want to know, where do I get started? How do I get started? And I will send you in the right direction. You can shoot me a DM if you're not sure how to get started. Or if you're ready to dive right in, I want you to click the link in my bio and book a consultation with me this week. When you book your consultation, there is a $50 fee to secure your spot on my calendar, right? And I only work with people that are serious about launching their next vision and their idea that God has given them, right? So you're going to secure your spot on my calendar for this week. You and I will have a conversation concerning what your vision is. I want to hear all about your vision. I want to hear all about what you're trying to do. How big do you desire to make it? And everything that you want to do. Okay, Shanice, I want to give birth to this book, or I want to give birth to my coaching program, or I want to start this community, I want to start this movement. How do I get started? You and I will get on a Zoom call, and we will have a conversation about what it is that you're trying to give birth to, and then we will create a game plan so that we can help you give birth to that in 90 days, right? So how my process works, it is a 90-day process. The first 30 days, day 1 through 30, we focus on product development. This is where we develop the actual product. This could be a coaching program, a community, a book, or any digital form of digital product that you would like to launch, right? So day 1 through 30, we focus on product development. Day 30 through 60 is where we focus on your brand authority. This is where you begin to build your brand authority online. This is where we focus on your content creation. Now, you have the option of coming in-house and working with me in-house inside of my studio, and we can create the content right here together. We can shoot your content here at the studio with our in-house team. Or if you just want the strategy and you take that same strategy with your team and create the content yourself, you can absolutely do that as well. But the great thing is that you have options, okay? So day 30 through 60, we shoot the content, we create the content, we create the strategy for that content, and we talk about how you're going to show up online, securing your branding and your marketing strategy. And then the last 30 days is day 60 through 90. Day 60 through 90 is where we focus on the launch strategy. This is where we begin to launch the program, launch the book, launch the community, and we focus on launching. This is where we focus on your attraction system. This is where we're attracting new people using your organic content. And then we go ahead and launch, okay, to your warm audience, those people that are already anticipating your offer. So day 30 through 60 is where we're building the online brand authority. We're warming up the audience. And day 60 through 90 is where we launch. And that is where we launch to that warm audience that we just marketed to, so that they are actually ready to get enrolled. Listen, if you, let's say your coaching program at minimum is $2,500. I don't have any of my clients start with a coaching program that is lower than that. So if you were, let's say if you were offering a $2,500 coaching program, and this is a group coaching program or one-on-one, whichever you decide. I personally prefer group coaching programs, but I also work with my clients one-on-one as well. So it's completely up to you, but we can talk about what would be the best route for you to get started, depending on what it is that you want to get launched, okay? So once we go through figuring out whatever it is that you're going to launch, let's say minimum pricing is you charge $2,500 for your program and you take these people through your program. The only thing that you need is 4 to 5 clients in order to have a $10,000 month. So I need you guys to know that generating the type of income that you desire to generate is not far fetched for you. Okay. So if you are currently trying to figure out how do I launch my next idea? How do I launch my book? How do I launch my coaching program? How do I launch my community? You want to click the link in my bio, book a consultation with me, and let's figure out how we can get started. I'm ready to get started with you, and we can get this thing launched within the next 90 days. Okay. So within the next 3 months, your program, your product will be ready to go and ready to launch. You will have all of your content done. You will have your messaging clear. You will be very clear about what it is that you want to do. So if you know that before this year is out, I need to give birth to this thing that I said. If you said at the beginning of the year, I'm launching my coaching program, and you still have not launched your coaching program, you need to click the link in my bio and book a call this week so that we can go ahead and create the game plan so that you can get started. If you know that you have been sitting on that book that God has told you you need to write, and you're just trying to figure out, how do I write the book? I don't know where to get started. We have a blueprint to support you in writing your book. Click the link in my bio, book a call with me this week so that we can launch the book and get the book off the ground. Okay. We will get that book out of your head and out of your spirit and onto paper, get your book published. And we'll take you through the entire publishing process. Get your book published. We can do your photo shoot for your actual book cover and everything here in the studio, and do all of your marketing material for your book launch. And if you would like to host if you're local or you want to fly in, whatever you choose. But if you want to do your book launch with us here at the studio, you can definitely do that as well. But I'm super excited. Now, you have 90 days. We have August, September, October, November, December. We have a little less than 4 months left in the year. If you are saying, I've been putting this vision on hold all year long, and you know that by the end of this year, you are ready to launch, and you want to be ready to launch for the beginning of next year, I want you to click the link in my bio, book a consultation today so that we can close out this year and you giving birth to that book, to that program, and launching that community, and really taking your movement to the next level. So I'm super excited to work with you guys. My books are open for this week. We have a couple. I think you should, once you go into the link in my bio, just book your elevation call. When you book your elevation consultation, it's going to give you access to my calendar. You just select the date and time that works best for you, and then we will move forward. You will be sent over the Zoom link so that you and I can have a discussion this week about what you prefer and how you prefer to get started. And then we can talk about the options and what that looks like for you, so that we can get you started before this year expires. Okay. So I'm super excited to work with you guys. I pray that you enjoyed this live and building your 5-star brand. If you are not already following our agency page, make sure that you are following the agency page. It is Be Her Brand Development. That is our brand development agency. I'm going to actually start going live over on that page as far as these types of lives are concerned. So make sure that you guys are following the agency page, Be Her Brand Development, where we are supporting you in developing your brand, and creating digital products, as far as coaching programs, courses, and communities are concerned. All right. So the link is in my bio. Hey, YouTube. The link is in my bio for those that are interested in booking your consultation. If you have questions and you're not sure where to start, just shoot me a DM and I will send you in the right direction. I'm super excited to work with you guys. God bless you. I love you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, YouTube. Thank you guys so much for joining me on my first live here on YouTube. Listen, I'm gonna get it together on YouTube, y'all. Y'all pray for me as we gear up to really start to take our content and everything to higher heights. We have a whole studio now. There's literally no excuse for me not to create content because I have a whole studio. So I am going to be creating more content for you guys. But if you are on YouTube and you are interested in working with me, just simply shoot me a DM or leave a message down below and say I'm ready in the comments, and I will send you over the link so that you can schedule your consultation, and I'll be in touch with you this week. Have a good day.